What's up, everybody? Man of Trades here. This is episode 4 of Journey to $100,000. So, this week has been pretty busy as far as making trades and whatnot, so we'll go over that with you. I think what I'm going to start doing in the beginning of these videos is I'm going to see if we beat the market for the last 7 days. So, the last 7 days, we are up 2.61%. And if we look up SPY, it is down 2.41%. So we did indeed beat the market by about 4%, which is good. That is the ultimate goal in what we're trying to do here. Is to do better than the market. Otherwise, we would just put all our money in SPY or SPYG, which is the growth version. But yeah, so it's looking pretty good. The market is live right now. It is 10:41 a.m. February 15th. Looking to be a pretty solid day so far, up 2.5% for the day. We'll see how that continues to go. So, I thought we would start by looking at. Oops, minimize. Here we go. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, so in my first video, I kind of went over how I keep track of all my options, so that I'm able to keep track of my P&L through by monitoring it separate from my capital gains, because Robinhood doesn't really show you the difference, not yet at least. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the ones I want to go over. So last week we talked a little bit about Riot Blockchain. It's been a pretty good stock to trade so far, not only because the premiums are really, really high right now, but the stock itself isn't going down a whole bunch. So it's been pretty good so far, and we hope it continues to be good. But sold a put. Let's see, actually just the day before it expires. So this is when I took the trade. This is when it expires. So I actually took it the day before. Got $23 premium, easy money. And then let's see, this stock I own 1,000 shares of. I was finally able to execute a trade on selling a bunch of calls. I sold 10 calls. Took in $40. As long as Fuel Cell, which is at $5.20 right now, stays under $6, we'll be able to keep. Well, we're going to keep the premium either way, but then we won't have to sell all our shares as long as it stays under $6. So we're hoping that it gets close, but we don't quite get there. Riot, so again, one of my favorite stocks right now to trade options on. So let's see. Try to remember here exactly what I did. I actually sold 2 puts on Riot. Might have been this one. Let's see. Anyway, on one of them, 2 separate puts, 2 different trades. I ended up having to buy 100 shares on one of them, just barely. So not in the red by any means, but I do have 100 shares of this now. So what I did is I sold a call for a pretty good premium, as long as this stock, Riot, stays under $19.50, and I won't have to sell the shares. But that actually sold another put on it, so I have 2 positions on it currently. And this one's looking like it's going to turn out how we want it to. Both expire this Friday. So I sold a put at $16 strike price. Took in $60 premium. So as long as it stays above $16, then I won't have to buy 100 shares. But I already have 100 shares, so if I did, I'd have a total of 200 shares. But yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Like I said, right now it's about $19.24. So getting pretty close to having to sell those shares. However, my average price, which is this column right here for buying the 100 shares, was $19. So even if I do have to sell all that stock at $19.50, average price of 19, so I'll have $50 of capital gains there, plus the premium that I took in. So that would be a total of $122 profit on that trade. Now again, the strategy is the wheel strategy. Basically the watered down version of it is you sell puts, you do that as many times as you can on a stock. When your trade finally gets executed, you buy 100 shares, then you start selling calls and collect premium, putting up your 100 shares as collateral, and then you just keep doing that. It's been working out pretty good so far. So yeah. So let's go back here, and I just kind of want to show you Riot again, because Riot Blockchain, because it's been a really good stock to trade options on. And if we look, it's kind of been doing what the market has been doing in general, but it looks like there's been a bit of a bounce here, and this is a general trend throughout the entire market right now. So we're hoping this right here at the bottom, and that we continue upward, but with everything going on in the world today, no promises, no guarantees. So yeah, let's look at some options. So if you were just beginning the process of trying out the wheel strategy, the first thing you would do is sell a put. Typically, again, I try to be at least 1% return on investment, or versus 1% return versus what I'm putting up as collateral. So in this case, the lowest down I would go would be this one right here if I were to do a trade today. So I put up $1,700 as collateral, gained $22, about 1%, just over 1%. Usually I try to be about 1.5%, but since premiums are really high on this one right now, we can go up a little bit higher and get up to almost 4% here. So just depends on how close we want to go in the money. And as you can see, Robinhood kind of gives you the statistic of actually being called on this. I think around between 75 and 80, over 75% is good odds for this strategy. And then if you already have 100 shares like I do, you could look at selling calls. And you can see that I already own this one right here. And yeah, again, premiums are really good right now. I could go all the way up to this 21 and get a 1% return on the price of the collateral that I'm putting out there. So, yeah, good stuff happening. Just trying to think if I want to go over anything else with you. I guess I can go over the rest of my current trades here. Let's see. So this one's doing pretty good. The 10 calls I sold. All right, so this one's interesting. So I have 100 shares of FXLV, and this stock has actually shot up the last week or so, and I sold a call, so I'm actually going to have to end up selling those shares for a good amount less than what it's worth. So it's worth $15.25 right now, and I'm going to have to sell 100 shares at $12.50. So I'll get to keep the premium that I gained from selling that call, but I'm missing out on capital gains here. Overall, I had this one for a while. I've been doing the wheel strategy on this one for a while. Overall, we are green on this, so not losing money, but just barely. So I'd say we're breaking even on this one. Matter sold a call on this. This one's doing well. And let's see, there's one more. Gap, GPS, another one that I'm doing well on. Let's see the strike price on that one, $40. So yeah, it's well under, so I won't have to worry about selling all of this. Well, guys, I think that's it for this video. If you want to follow me on my journey to making this number 100,000, go ahead and like, follow. If you have any stocks that you want me to look at, review, leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll see you next week.